Hello everyone and welcome. This is the Silent K and today we're going to be playing some MegaMek. And MegaMek indeed it will be. But first, a real quick recap. And also first, quick welcome and a good day to Mr. McGorilla and Varenk, who are both here in chat. So it's lovely to have both of you guys. I'm glad you were able to make it. So to recap, was the first of the month, August 1st of 3049. Enemy morale is very low on this contract that we've been on since June 6th. It is now August 1st, so that's a little under 2 months we've been on this contract. However, our employer has engaged in treachery. The next enemy morale roll gets a +1, which might bring them up from very low, or it might not. We'll see. Some people gained some XP, and we did some maintenance on the quick draw. We did some repairs, and we were working on some refits. The Jenner will be ready in about 4 days, which is exciting. The Warhammer is going to be about 4 days beyond that. A bunch of parts we were not able to find. Payday for us, payday for our peoples. So we took in 37 million, we paid out 1 million C-bills. We fixed some parts, and off camera I did, Giovanna Alexander had, I think, 18 points of XP, so I spent 10 of them picking up a couple points of negotiation, just in case that comes in handy. So, yeah, I'm still not entirely clear what negotiation does. I should do some research on that. Currently, Tonga Lance is deployed. That includes Hoser in his Awesome, Ash in her Archer, Tsubasa in his Blackjack, and fresh-faced Tugyu in the Stalker Mark III. That's the one with the LRM 5s instead of 10s, so that it can add a couple medium lasers. The mission that we have pending is a harass mission. Our objective is to stop half of the enemy op form from making it across the field. They are bringing 3 lances, mostly tanks, some light mechs, and a couple of crusaders, including a 4D, which could be very interesting if we're able to salvage that. We do have 2 lances worth of reinforcements coming in, for a total of just shy of 10,000 points. There's also 10,000 points of unknown enemy hostiles, and another 5,000 points worth of unknown enemy ground units. So we've got, what is that, 1, 2, 3, that's 7 fighters. That's an odd number. Usually you see them in 2s and 4s, not 4s and 3s. Regardless, I'm hoping that those unknown enemy hostile aircraft target the enemies more so than us, and also the unknown enemy ground forces. We had taken a look at some things that we could change as far as the terrain. We're going to tweak some settings there. Might reconsider what I had planned out. We'll see. But yeah, bad event from the comms center. Wait, there's an enemy comms center. Yes, there's an enemy comms center, and that is a contract objective. So we do need to take that out at our earliest convenience. And with no further ado, preserve Hoverlance in the Panther? No, we're not deploying the Hoverlance. Sorry to say, that's a good way to just lose some vehicles against some 30,000 points worth of Op 4 and unknown enemy hostiles. Yeah, let's jump in. We'll start by going with the compact display. We'll do a quick recap of the enemy forces to pay attention to. And a quick overview of the map. This is the map as it was randomly generated. It's a bit hilly and a bit open. So I think what we had planned on doing was we had changed the elevation from high to medium, although I might go with low, we'll see. And the rough levels from low to medium to try to slow down those escaping forces that we're trying to harass. And to me, that looks a little bit more manageable for long-range shooting, which is what we're going to be trying to do, and a little less manageable for hightailing it at high speed, which is what I'm expecting the enemy to be trying to do. I might go with elevation low, natural features roughs low, and see what that looks like. That'll definitely give us some super long sightlines with the PPCs. Which, you know what? I think I'd rather have reliable targeting on the enemies than have them a little bit impaired and impeded with some rough terrain. I think this is the map we're going to go with. Low elevation and low roughs. So the primary OPT4, the one to watch out for, is this Phoenix Hawk -1, followed by the Crusader 3R with the veteran pilot, followed by the Crusader 4D with the 4-4 pilot. Also notable is a Bulldog with a 1-2 pilot and a Brutus PPC tank with a 4-6 pilot. There's a Vulcan with a 2-5 who's probably not going to be much of a threat. His biggest gun is a medium laser. Everything else does 2 damage or less. Unknown hostiles, Team 3. We've got Thunderbird, which has 40 LRMs and 3 medium lasers, as well as 4 Arrow 4s for real. Oh, that could be a problem. Stingray with a PPC and 2 large lasers, a trio of Lightnings, all of which carry autocannon 20s, a pair of Sabers, which carry 3 medium lasers each, and both have bombs, thunder and fuel air bombs. And then the unknown hostile ground forces, we've got a twin PPC Brutus that also has 14 SRMs. We've got a Centurion with an autocannon 10 and an LRM 10. We've got the LRM Hetzer with 30 LRMs. And we've got a quartet of AC2 Vedettes. So that is quite the list of units. It is quite the map. I've got... Okay, so we've got the Archer arriving on at the start of the match. We've got the Blackjack arriving on round 1, and then we've got the Awesome and the Stalker arriving on round 3. We've got reinforcements. That is Allied Reinforcements 1, arriving on round 10 on the Edge, and we've got Reinforcements 2 arriving on round 7 on the east side. So those guys could swing the battle one way or the other, depending on how and where they deploy. But round 7 is pretty late in the match, round 10 is even later. Everyone else looks like, aside from the unknown hostile aircraft, are all starting at the start of the match. Unknown hostiles are arriving at the north. Yeah, so the unknown aerial hostiles are arriving from the southeast on round 6. The unknown hostiles are arriving on the north at start of match. Primary OPT4 is all arriving at the start of the match. And since we only have, looks like 2 mechs starting at the start of the match, which I don't think I like. I'm tempted to have these guys come in at round 1. Just so that we can say that we split our lance into 2 groups, the fast group and the slow group. And the fast group gets there on round 1. Because, I mean, I can't speed up the Blackjack. He's going as fast as he can. But the Archer and the Panther can hold back. Speaking of which, don't know why the Panther was slated to get there before the Blackjack. They have the same movement profile. The Blackjack has mask. If anything, it should be arriving first. but it is what it is. That said, those three are going to be dropping into quite the storm. Mask failure. If he had mask failure, he'd be really screwed come the beginning of the battle. I'm actually tempted to just have everyone arrive on round 3. Or maybe get these guys going on round 2. Yeah, I think round 2 is better. Not view. Figure. Yeah, they'll be a little bit ahead, but I want to give these guys a chance to clear out a little bit so that I'm not deploying in front of them and giving them all the back shots. And with that, I think we are ready to begin. We have naturally lost initiative for the deployment phase. Reinforcements don't really count at this point yet. Go done there for the initiative phase. Okay, so we actually win initiative for deployment phase, or for round 1. But we don't have any units on the field yet, so we can't do anything. Okay, and this is what it looks like when you have no units on the field. Everything just kind of flies by without any information happening. We've lost initiative for deployment on round 2, but that's okay because we're the only ones deploying on round 2. Let's start with, we'll send the archer up the middle, I think, about in row 10. That gives him a pretty clear shot until he gets to here. Even then, it's still just 1 up and 1 down up to this point. Yeah, I think the battle's probably going to be decided before then. Alternately, we could put him in the 12 column. That is a little less clear. We'll go ahead and put him in the 10s column. And now he's got eyes on 3 vedettes, a Brutus, a Bulldog, a Striker, both Crusaders, Stinger, the Vulcan, and the Wasp, and the Phoenix Hawk. Okay. So we are going to want to chase these guys just at full speed, absolute full tilt. The Panther can get in here behind these vedettes. They're just autocannon 2 vedettes, so they're not much of a threat, so I'm not too concerned. Alright, Tsubasa. I want you to run. We're not... Well, do we engage Mask? I want to maybe take some shots at the Wasp or the Vulcan. Waiting until round 2 might have actually been too long. The Bulldog and the Brutus are not going to get too far ahead of us. They're 4-6, and I'm guessing 3-5. Yeah, the Bulldog and the Brutus are going to lag behind a little bit, but everyone else is going to be hightailing it. Start with the Archer. What does the Brutus got? The Brutus has a PPC and a bunch of SRMs and 2 large lasers. So he's also got a buttload of armor. We'll have the Panther move forward his full 6 movement points. That puts him on top of the vedette, which is fine. Tsubasa cannot quite get that Crusader at short range unless we engage Mask. So engage Mask we shall. That puts us at 6 hexes, which is not ideal for his LRMs or anything else that he's got. 3 or higher. Okay, we made it. Last but not least, we've got Ash with the medium lasers. Wait, Ash has medium range specialization? Range Master, yes. So we actually don't want her to be within 3 hexes of her target. We could do that. She wouldn't have line of, or the Brutus wouldn't be in her arc. The Vedette would be if we torso twist. The Crusader would be. Let's see. We could get the Bulldog or the Vedette at medium range. The Phoenix Hawk is clearly taking off. We might actually be relying on these enemy Op 4s, the unknown enemies, to try to clear out some of these guys for us. Yeah, let's go ahead. We'll book it forward. Needed a 3 to avoid mask failure. We got the 7. Yeah, there are a ton of AC2s on the field. All the Vedettes. The Vulcan has an AC2. More Vedettes. Like 4 Vedettes, all with autocannon 2s. And then these 3 down here as well. Alright, so starting with the bigger guns, we'll have the Panther take a shot at the lead Vedette on a 7. We'll throw in the SRM on a 10 just to go 2 heat over. We're going to be mainly running. We're not going to be doing a lot of jumping, so I'm not too worried about the Panther's heat. Tsubasa has the Crusader on 6s and 8s. So we'll do that for heat neutral. And Ash has 2 Vedettes or the Bulldog. The Bulldog has 2 more autocannon 2s and 8 SRMs. So that's not nothing. Yeah, let's go ahead and take some of the heat off of Tsubasa. We've got him on 5s. And the 3 small pulse lasers, because the 4th one is currently not replaced. We'll have to stay silent, that's fine. We've got some heat sinks not being used. Panther hits the Vedette in the front, costing it a movement point. The Brutus hits the Archer. Would have hit for 18 points to the left leg, but we've got partial cover from him. So that is fortunate. That would have been 18 points of armor that we would have had to replace. The Bulldog landing a couple of machine guns on Tsubasa's right leg and center torso. A couple SRMs to the right torso and the arms, as well as the left leg and the center torso and that right arm again. AC2 to the right torso. So that is actually a lot of plink damage from that Bulldog. That's 2 machine guns, 6 SRMs. That's 16 points of damage. 18 with the autocannon 2. He almost did 20 points of damage with autocannon 2s and SRMs and machine guns. That's impressive. The Vedette missing, the Blackjack missed on the 6, landed a medium laser on 8s to the left torso. Should have fired both larges. Would have hit with one of them. The Vedette missing on 11s and 9s. The Vedette hitting the Panther with 2 SRMs to the arms, down to 8 armor on both of them. Ash at the Bulldog hits it in the front, hits it in the right side, both costing it half its movement points. So he goes from 4-6 to 2-3 to 1-2. Hit him in the turret twice, hit him in the front again, costing it half its movement points, which at 1-2 doesn't do anything. Hit him in the right side again, hit him in the right side again, down to 5 armor. The Striker missing Ash on an 11, the Crusader missing on 10s and 9s. The Phoenix Hawk is up to 4 heat. Our Panther is up to 2 heat. Their Crusader is up to 5. Everyone else is running cool. We've won initiative, and in fact, we're going... Well, our reinforcements aren't on the field, so it doesn't really matter. We've got reinforcements coming in on round 6 and round 7. We're at 99.5%. They're at 94.8%. Team 3 is at 83% because of all their bombs. Because they haven't taken any damage, so that's 17% of their battle value is accounted for in lost speed from bombs. Okay, deployment phase. I'm gonna put I want Hoser to be relevant as long as possible. He's going up the center at full speed, front and center. He's just going to be booking it, trying to keep everyone in range as long as possible. The Stalker, I'm looking at the 4 column for those LRMs. Yeah, I think there's one hiccup right here, but other than that, it's a straight, pretty clear shot up to here. That's several turns worth of movement. Alright, Hoser, running forward 5 hexes. Tugyu, running forward 5 hexes. Tsubasa, running forward 6 hexes. We are not engaging Mask this turn. Let's see, the Panther, running forward 6 hexes. I'm sure we can take a pot shot at a Vedette or 2. And last but not least, Ash, running up the center. Has some Vedettes at medium range. Has the Phoenix Hawk at long range. Let's probably be taking some shots at some Vedettes. Long range is 4 points worse than medium for us. Alright, starting with the big guns, we've got the Brutus on 4s. What do you think, Varank? Can we land 3 out of 3 on 4? How about a 4th one on a 7 for 2 points of heat? Actually, no, 6 hexes. We'll do a pair of 7s for heat neutral. Yeah. We'll save the heat sinks for later when we've got better targets. Tsubasa at the Crusader. Wait, which Crusader has been damaged? Not this one. This one's taken some hits to the left torso. Sounds good? Okay, well, I'm glad that you think you can hit 3 4s, because I'm hoping you can. We've got this Crusader on 5s, we've got this Crusader on 7s, we've got him in his left arc, we've got this one in his front arc. That's gonna be 1 ER and a quartet of mediums, all on 5s. About a 50-50 chance to hit all 3. I think on paper the odds are a little better than that, but knowing our luck, I'm inclined to agree. We'll shoot at this Vedette. Wait, the Panther should be shooting first. Got this Vedette on a 7, this one on a 6. We'll do a 6. And we'll do another 6, and that puts us at 4 heat over. We'll have to keep the SRM silent next turn, that's fine. This guy on 5s, that's going to be everything except the smalls. And the Stalker, maybe shooting at the Striker on 9s, the Crusader on 11s, or we could finish off the Bulldog on 6s. 6s and 8s with the mediums, because we've got that specialization. No? 6s and 6s? Wait, I thought we were specialized in large lasers. Oh, that was someone else. Sorry. That'll be 2 SRMs, puts us 4 heat over, and we'll keep the LRMs out of the action for this round. I want that Bulldog dead first and foremost. Don't want to have to come back for him. Alright, I saw locked. Okay, so the Brutus hits Tsubasa in the right arm with a PPC and a large laser on an 8 and a 10, destroying the right arm and transferring into the right torso. That's an ER large laser that we're going to have to replace because of 2 lucky hits from a Brutus. Fortunately, we can still keep our heat up even with just 1 ER large and the 4 mediums. Everything else missing, except for 1 S-arm to the left arm. So yeah, the left arm is down to PPC territory with the armor. The Bulldog, landing 2 SRMs on the Stalker's right arm and center torso. 3 more missiles down the left side. Left arm is down to 24. Left arm is down to 22 after taking an autocannon 2 shot. Hoser at the Brutus hits it in the right side with 3 PPCs. It's down to 5 structure, and the medium laser to the right side to finish it off. That is a kill on the Brutus. Nice shooting, Varank. All 3 PPCs and a medium laser on a 7. The Vedette hits Ash in the left arm with an autocannon 2. The Vedette missing. The Vedette hitting Ash in the right torso with an autocannon 2. Tsubasa at the Crusader hits him in the center torso with the ER large. Medium lasers to the right arm, right torso, and left arm. Down to 15 on those arms. The Vulcan missing its autocannon 2 shot. The Phoenix Hawk missing on 10s and 12s. The Panther at the Vedette hits it in the left side, stunning the crew for a turn. And the SRMs at the other Vedette hits it primarily on the left side, down to 12 armor. Writing a request for someone to paint the tech, get the tech ready to paint a Brutus on the Awesome. Is that your first Brutus? It may be. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna check. The Striker missing Ash on a 10. Ash at the Vedette. Think so? Yeah, I think so too. Ash at the Vedette hits it in the front, hits it in the front, hits it in the front again, costing it a movement point. The turret, the front down to 0 armor, but not getting the kill. Crusader missing on 9s. The Stalker at the Bulldog hits it in the rear, immobilizing it. Nice. Finally. Hits it in the rear with a medium laser, hits it in the front with a medium laser, the left side with a medium laser, the rear down to 2 armor. The left side critical on the left side, and then we've got just 4 SRMs, mainly to the left side, stunning the crew for 2 turns. And the front is down to 7 armor. Tsubasa took 20 plus, needs a 5, gets a 6. The Crusader needs a 5, gets an 8. Physical attacks. Okay, Tsubasa can kick the Striker on a 5. I'll take that shot. We kicked it in the rear, costing it half of its movement points. That will make it an easier target for the follow-up team. Phoenix Hawk gained another 7 heat, is up to 11 points. Tsubasa is up to 4 heat. Yeah, he must have lost 2 heat sinks, because normally he could sink 26 heat. The Stalker is up to 4 heat. The Panther is up to 4 heat. The enemy Crusader gained 2 points up to 7. Round 4, there's been a dice-off, and we won the dice-off. We're going last in our team. Team 3 lost initiative badly. We've got remaining units to deploy on round 6, 7, and 10. We're at 96.6% of Team 1's forces. Team 2 is at 79.8%. Team 3 is at 83% still. We'll see what happens once they start engaging around about this part of the map. Hoser will continue running forward so that he can continue shooting. And we're about to start seeing what he can do with long range with those PPCs. Panther will run 3 hexes so that he can go up the hill and jag to the left around these rough terrains. The Stalker. Oh, the Bulldog has very little armor except on its turret. If we kick it, we're doing at least 16 points of damage, which is enough to kill it no matter where we hit it. So yes, we'll walk forward this turn so that we can run next turn. We will be going for the kick, and if we hit, we should get the kill. Ash will be going for, if not the Vedette, then maybe the Phoenix Hawk. And Tsubasa can only move forward 3 hexes because the Striker is in the way, but that puts us at short range into the back of the Crusader for our medium lasers. Time to go. I'm sorry to see you go. I'm glad you were able to stop by. I hope your meeting goes well. Congratulations again. And if you're able to stop by later, so you should say hi. If not, we'll catch you next week, and we'll be up on YouTube probably by an hour after I stop streaming, maybe an hour and a half, give or take. Is how it usually goes. Okay, so we've got the Crusader on... Oh, we've got both Crusaders on 5s. Alright, well, we'll see you. Have a good one. We've got the Phoenix Hawk on 8s at extreme range. We've got the Stinger on 8s. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, we've got the Stinger on 8s. We've got a Vedette shooting at the Wasp. We've got a Vedette shooting at the Vulcan. But if we can land some hits on the Stinger, soften him up, maybe take him down a peg. What do you think, Hoser? We've got the Stinger on 8s. We've got the Phoenix Hawk on 8s. Those are both 9-point hits because of extreme range. We've got the Crusader on 5s. We've got the Vedette on a 3. Let's see what else we can do real quick. We've got the Phoenix Hawk on 11s. The Crusader is worth 1,400 points. The other one is worth 1,600 points currently. But I've got Tsubasa shooting into the back of this one this turn. Whereas if you were to shoot at it, let me check real quick. A little bit of a squint here. No, you're definitely on his right side. You're not in his rear yet. I would like to be able to kill the Stinger before it gets away. The Crusader is the same movement profile as Tsubasa and is only slightly faster than you. So, like, he's only getting ahead of you by, like, 1 hex a turn, and he's already in long range. So, like, it's going to be another few turns before he's into extreme range. The Stinger, on the other hand, this might be our last chance to hit him. On 8s. Wait. On 8s, we'll see if we can land... I'd like to be able to hit 2 of those, but I know it's more likely to hit 1. We'll throw in the large at the Vedette on a 6. And that puts us at 2 heat. I like that. Tsubasa into the Crusader. We're not going to have too much of a problem with heat. We'll go 4 heat over this turn, because we're already missing nearly half of our firepower. But we are in his back, so it's time to burn what we got. Ash at the Vedette on 7s versus 11s for the Phoenix Hawk. That's an easy choice. Panther at this Vedette on a 6. And that puts us 3 heat over. Yeah, we'll do that. And last but not least, Yu-Gi-Oh, or whatever his name is, Tugyu, and the Stalker might be taking shots at the Striker on 8s. 8s and 10s. We'll stop there with the short range stuff, and we'll throw in some 8s with the LRMs just to be 4 heat over, so that we're riding that line. I saw locked on the Striker, so that's good news. The Vedette misses the Vulcan, the Vedette misses the Vulcan, the Wasp misses the Vedette misses the Archer. Hoser at the Stinger, hit him in the left arm and destroyed his left arm. I was hoping to hit with at least 1, and we did. Large laser at the Vedette hits it in the turret. So 2 out of 4 on 8s and 6s. That's about average. I wish it had been the leg too. That would have been super helpful. Hopefully, maybe the pirates will take out his leg and leave him for us to clean up, but I don't think so. I think he's probably just going to book it. The Vedette misses the Vulcan, the Vedette misses the Panther, the Blackjack at the Crusader hits him in the head with the ER large, forcing his first consciousness check, which he barely passes. Medium lasers to the right torso, and left torso rear, down to 11 structure, down to 1 armor on that right torso. It's time to start spewing some SRMs into the back of that Crusader. The Vedette hits the Crusader in the center torso. That's the other Crusader. That's the one that we weren't shooting at. We were shooting at the 3R. This is the 4D. Just took an autocannon 2 to the chest. The Vulcan misses the Vedette on 12s and 8s. Ash hit the Vedette, hits it in the rear, immobilizing it, hits it in the left side, the front, the turret. But at least it's immobile and stunned. So it's an easy target for next turn. The Panther hits the Vedette in the left side critical, leaving it with 2 armor. The Crusader shooting at Tsubasa, this is the 4D, landing 6 LRMs to the right leg and center torso, down to 15 and 14 there. The Stalker at the Striker hits it in the rear with a large laser, hits it in the left side with a large laser, costing it a movement point. Hits it in the rear with a medium laser, and that is the Striker down and out. Crusader needs a 7, gets an 8 because he was sprinting. Interesting. Okay, maybe he will continue sprinting. Meanwhile, let us see if we can kick this Bulldog on a 0. Hit him in the rear and destroyed the Bulldog, so that is a kill for Tugyu. The Phoenix Hawk is down to 7 heat. Hoser is up to 2 heat. Tsubasa is holding steady at 4. Our Stalker is holding steady at 4. Our Panther is dropped down to 3. The Crusader 4D is up to 7 heat. The Crusader 3R sprinted. Everyone else is good to go. Round 5. We have 1 initiative. Our reinforcements are coming in next turn. We're at 96.5% of Team 1. Team 2 is at 67%, including 3 destroyed of 12. So if we can destroy 3 more, we'll have succeeded in our mission. And Team 3 is still at 83.83%. Alright, Hoser will continue running forward, trying to keep people in range as long as possible. Tsubasa will wait. The Panther. Do we run? I believe we've got improved targeting short. So if we run, we can get our SRMs into his back at a plus or at a -1. He's already, well, his rear is strong. It's his left side and his front that are down. Although honestly, I don't care if this Panther gets any kills. He's not one of ours. We'll have him just run forward and try to stun or immobilize this Vedette and see how that goes. Tsubasa will continue holding off. Ash will be chasing after this Crusader, I think. Didn't mean to click there. We can get him at 4 hexes, which is pretty ideal for us and pretty unideal for him. He'll be able to get his medium lasers on us. Actually, I kind of want to be maybe 6 hexes from him. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's long range for his pulse lasers. It's medium range for his streaks, but even though his streaks aren't going to be able to turn to face us. 6 hexes is actually not bad for his LRMs. I think another point of evasion, 2 more points of minimum range, and all it does is it gives him medium range on his pulse lasers. I think that's the move. We'll be shooting at his right side. Tsubasa is going to continue holding off. The Stalker will continue running forward. And Tsubasa will run forward into the back of this Crusader again. Did he? No, he ran. He did not sprint this time. But hopefully we can land some medium lasers in his back and blow him up real good. Okay, big guns first. We've got Hoser at the Vedette on 5s, at the Vedette on 5s. The Immobile Vedette on a -1. We've got the Crusader 3R on 6s, or the Crusader 4D on 4s. And this time, there. No, we're still on his right side. Barely. By like 1 hex, we're still on his right side. Or we've got the Phoenix Hawk on 8s. Stinger's out of range. The Stinger is taking fire from Vedettes, though. I'm thinking the Crusader on 4s might be our best shot. It's on his side, not his back. But maybe we could take out an arm or something. And we've got a 7 with the large laser. We've got 9s there. We've got a 3 on the Vedette. Like 4s? Yeah, 4's not bad. And we'll let the Crusaders carry ammo? Yes, they carry LRM ammo, they carry SRM ammo. This one does not carry machine gun ammo like the stock one does. It hasn't got the machine guns. And we'll split our targeting to catch this Vedette in its left side. I don't think we're going to land a kill, but we can do some damage. Next up is going to be the Panther. The Panther is going to shoot this Vedette on a 7, or this one on a 1. Actually, this one is not in forced retreat. He is shooting at us. We've got him on a 7 as well. If we can catch him in his left side, is that enough to kill? No, we would have to catch him in the front to get the kill. This one we'd have to catch him in the left. This one we would not be able to kill in one shot. Okay, so we're gonna take the shot at the one that we can hit in the left side, and hopefully we can get a kill there. Get guns off the field. Tsubasa into the back of the Crusader that does carry machine gun ammunition. We'll fire 1 large and we'll go 3 mediums. We'll take the movement penalty. Do we take the movement penalty? That would make us a 3-5-4 next turn. 3-5-4 parentheses 6. Do I want to engage mask just to keep up? Is it worth shooting a 3rd medium laser? I think it is. Yeah, we'll go 5 feet over with Tsubasa. Ash at the Crusader on 4s. Let's see how much damage we can do to this guy. And we've got him on 10s as well. We'll go 4 heat over. The Stalker has this Crusader in the back on 12s. 12s and 10s. Might as well. We've got the heat sinks for it. Alright, damage report. Wasp misses the Vedette. Vedette hits the Vulcan in the center torso down to 8 armor. The Vedette at the Stinger hits it in the head down to 4 armor. Hits it in the left torso down to 5. Hits it in the left torso again down to 3. The Stinger is looking to be in pretty rough shape already. Hoser at the Crusader hits it in the left torso twice and the right torso once. It's down to 4 armor on that left torso. Does he carry ammunition there? He does. He carries nothing but ammunition in his left torso. And his right torso as well. So you are starting to hammer home those ammunition locations already. With all 3 PPCs. And then the large laser hits the Vedette in the left side. He's down to 5 armor.
The Vedette missing on 9s and 10s. The Vedette hits the Panther in the right arm for 2, down to 6. The Vedette hits the Vulcan in the left torso for 1, down to 7. The Brutus hits the Vulcan in the center torso for 5, down to 3. Panther at the Vedette hits him in the rear, not what I was hoping for. He's got 10 armor remaining on the rear. The Phoenix Hawk misses Ash on an 11. The Vedette lands an SRM on the Stinger's left torso, down to 1 armor. Tsubasa hits the Crusader in the center torso rear. Hits him in the center torso rear and the right torso rear, but does not get any crits. That is unfortunate, but maybe we can keep hammering that center torso and just core him out. I was really hoping, a 6. That's only 2 shy of an 8, which would have been a kill. No two ways about it. If we had critted on his right torso with an 8, that would have automatically killed that Crusader. Right? I think this is the same one. No, the right torso is spent. Oh, that would not have been a kill on that Crusader. He's burning through his ammo too quickly. The Hetzer hits the Stinger in the right leg and the left torso with 9 LRMs, down to 2 structure on that left torso. Ash at the Crusader 4D hits him in the arms, hits him in the center torso, hits him in the right torso, the right arm, the left leg, the right torso down to 4, the right arm down to 5. Did some good damage, but didn't penetrate anywhere. And Ash, the Crusader at Ash hits her in the left arm and the right torso with medium lasers, misses with the machine guns, and 3 SRMs to the left leg, right torso, and right arm. Right torso is down to 14 armor. The unknown hostile Centurion hits the Vulcan in the left arm with the autocannon 10. The Vulcan takes a hit to the shoulder and upper arm. The Stalker at the Crusader lands 3 LRMs to the left arm and 3 LRMs to the right torso rear, getting the ammunition, and that is a kill for Tugyu. Very nice, very nice. That 3R. With the ammo still in the right torso, yes. LRM 5 on 10s was all it takes. So yeah, Crusader's carrying ammo, bad idea. Crusader 4D needs a 9 to stay standing because he was sprinting and he took 60 plus damage. He rolled a 4, which would not have been enough even if he had not been sprinting and if he had only taken 20 points of damage. He takes 7 damage to the center torso. He needs a 9 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets a 4, so that forces his first consciousness check. 3 gets a 5. The Phoenix Hawk is up to 11 heat, Hoser is at 4, the Centurion is up to 1, Tsubasa is up to 5, Ash is up to 4, our Panther is up to 2, everyone else is running cool. Yeah, that is a major force off the field, woohoo indeed. That said, we didn't lose initiative per se, but we're in the middle. We've got unknown enemy hostile aircraft deploying in the southeast this turn, so they're going to be coming up behind us. And the Thunderbird is launching Arrow 4 non-homing missiles. 4 of them. 4 Arrow 4 missiles. I'm hoping that those are not directed at me. Hoser will continue. Do we run forward or do we walk forward? It's a difference of 1 hex this turn. Phoenix Hawk can jump 6 hexes, so he can definitely get out of range this turn. Stinger is definitely not going to be in range this turn. The Crusader is prone, is badly damaged, but I don't think he's in retreat. Yeah, I think we've got a target in the Crusader if we just walk. Tsubasa will run. The Panther will walk so that we can get some shots on the back of this Vedette. Hopefully we can land something on his left side. If not, his rear maybe? His rear's got 20 points. Even if we landed the PPC and a kick, it would still take a couple of SRMs to finish the job. Same thing with the turret. The left side is really the only place where he's weak. So I think actually what I would like to do is move on to him this turn. So that I can move off of him next turn. We'll go for the kick this turn, but I don't think it's gonna do any good. Ash can walk forward and be 4 hexes from the back of this Crusader, which is medium range, which I like it. We'll do it. And Tugyu will continue advancing at a run as well. Oh, so many aircraft. The Crusader 4D needs a 6 to get up because he sprinted, rolls an 11, so he successfully gets up, and he's got all of 8 movement points to spend once he gets up, or including getting up. Excuse you. Okay, Hoser has the Vedette on -2, so we could kill that Vedette. All we would need is 1 hit on his left side. This Vedette, we could hit him on 5s. The Crusader, we've got him on 5s. And are we finally in his back? This hex, this hex, this hex. This hex, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. We're finally in his back. So yes, we are going to be taking shots at this Crusader on 5s. We'll hold off on the large laser because I don't want to slow us down next turn. Nearby terrain blocks leg weapons. Oh, we can't shoot him. That's the only target we've got for our medium lasers, so it looks like this is going to be a cooldown turn for Hoser. Tsubasa has the Crusader on a 5 and some 9s. We'll do we'll do A9 so that we can cool down, because we are missing some heat sinks. We've got him on 4s with Ash. Oh, I'm meant to be firing those, not skipping those. We'll stop at 1 heat over. No, we'll throw in a small pulse to go 3 heat over. Let's see, the Stalker has the Vedette on the left side on 6s. No, we can't shrink that. Yeah, we'll do a couple 6s at the Vedette. We'll do a couple 4s at the Vedette. And then we've got nothing in medium laser range. And the Panther at this Vedette on a 7 will go 1 heat over. Oh, mines. And the Panther is in trouble. Thunderbird loses 1 altitude, Lightning loses 2 altitude, Saber loses 2 altitude, Lightning loses 1, Stingray loses 2, Lightning loses 1, Saber loses 2. Some people are getting dive bombed, and some people are just getting strafed. The Thunderbird hits Ash in the right leg with a medium laser, and 12 LRMs to the arms and left torso. The Vedette hits the Phoenix Hawk in the right arm, the Lightning hits the Vedette in the left side and destroys it, hits the Panther in the left leg and the left arm for 5 each. Hits the Panther in the right leg and the center torso for 5 each. Hits the Panther in the left torso and the head for 5 each, forcing his first consciousness check. Right arm, right torso, right arm again, critting on his shoulder and the PPC, right leg down to 2 armor, right leg down to 5 structure, left torso down to 0 armor. Hoser at the Crusader hits it with the first shot in the left torso rear, critting on his LRM-15 ammo. The auto eject system was engaged, destroyed by ejection. 78 damage to the CT, section destroyed, no case. Yeah, so that is another kill for Hoser, that time a Crusader 4D with the ammo bomb. Yeah, getting painted on the mech for sure. The Vedette hits the Vulcan in the left torso down to 5 armor. The Saber hits thunder bombs everywhere. The Vedette hits the Phoenix or misses the Phoenix Hawk on 9s and 11s. The Black Tsubasa hits the Crusader in the arms and the torso. The Vedette hits the Thunderbird in the right wing. The Vedette missing on 8s and 10s. The Lightning hits Ash in the left torso with the autocannon 20 and a medium laser. Ouch. I do not like lightnings. Hits her in the left arm with a medium laser down to 5 armor. The Brutus missing the Phoenix Hawk on 7s and 9s. The Stingray hits the Panther in the center torso. The right arm is destroyed, transferring into the right torso. Left arm just down to 4 structure. Left torso down to 3 structure. Right torso down to 5 structure. Left arm destroyed. Left torso down to 2 structure. Crit on a heat sink. Left torso destroyed. Center torso down to 1 armor. Left leg down to 2 armor. Left leg down to 5 structure, right torso destroyed. Center torso down to 7 structure, center torso down to 2 structure. The Panther destroyed by center torso destruction from massive bombs. Couldn't say I saw that comic. Ash at the Crusader, it's already dead. The Vedette at the Panther, it's already dead. The Vedette at Ash, missing. The Lightning at Ash hits her in the left arm with the autocannon 20, which is destroyed and transfers into the left torso, which crits on the engine. Medium laser to the left arm, transfers to the left torso down to 2 structure. The Hets are missing on 12s. The Stalker hitting the Vedette in the left side and the rear with LRMs. The Vedette must already be dead. The Saber, dive bombs, Hex 1744, fuel air bombs, minefields everywhere. The Centurion misses the Phoenix Hawk. The Panther hits the Vedette in the turret. Ash took 60 plus damage, needs a 6, gets an 8 to stay standing. She's going to need a new arm, and her left torso is badly damaged. But we should be able to recover from that. The Phoenix Hawk is up to 10 heat. Ash is up to 8 heat because she lost some heat sinks. Thunderbird needs a 4 to avoid falling, gets a 7. Okay, yeah, those lightnings and all the bombs, that was just a bad scene. We've won initiative, but we're going first within our team. We've got reinforcements deploying on round 10. We've got Team 2 is at 35%. You know what? They're down to 6 units. They're not... You know what? Yeah, we're going to call that a victory, because I don't want to take another bombing run like that one. We're going to go ahead and call a victory, because they're at 35%. Half of their units are destroyed. One of them is heavily damaged. 2 of them are moderate damaged. I mean, we could keep going. The primary op for... Technically, well, one of those units is a pilot. So that doesn't count. They are down to 5 units. It's a shame about the Panther. It's a shame about Ash. We're going to need another hatchet for her. Those pirates are really well equipped. Alright, Thunderbird fires some Arrow 4 air homing missiles. They miss and they hit. Everyone's at 0 heat. Yan Zhang Sutu needs a 10 to wake up, stays unconscious. Team 1 has achieved all required victory conditions. You know what? Yes, we save the salvage, we always do. We're going to go ahead and say we controlled the battlefield. Blackjack took moderate damage. Oh yeah, he lost an arm. Forgot about that. So that's an ER large laser we're going to have to replace. That's a hatchet and a small pulse laser that we need to replace. The left torso is going to be hard to repair. It's going to be like a 4-day job on 8s or something. The Stinger escaped, the Phoenix Hawk, the Vulcan escaped, the Vedette escaped, the crippled Vedette. Not, I mean, badly damaged. I wouldn't say crippled. All of the aircraft made it out. The Hetzer, the Centurion, all the pirate guys, the Brutuses got... The Brutus, the Striker, and the Bulldog all got salvaged. I mean, what are we looking at as far as our salvage percentage right now? We're at 17 out of 20%. Yeah, I'm okay with that. They'll pay us out. Did we capture anyone? We captured Ragib Majd from the Brutus. Roberta Kadama from the Striker. Igme Mangaogang from the Striker. I swear, some of these names sound made up. And if you know someone or if that's your name, I apologize, but... Alright, the Panther goes to the enemy. The Vedette goes to the Panther. Hoser with 2 kills, Tugia with 3 kills. So, still not MVP. Sorry, rank. But, that was 3 XP for you. Destroy 50%, success, preserve 100%, failure. Oh, it's really going to call this a defeat just because we lost the Panther and that counted as 2 objectives. No, sir. No, sir. That might have been a marginal victory on account of we lost our liaison, but that was not a defeat. We succeeded at the mission. We just lost your boy and the Panther to a massive bombing run, which hardly seems fair. And that is all the missions we've got lined up for today. We could go exploring if we wanted some more. We're gonna have to take out this comms center. The Phoenix Hawk is getting its cockpit in. Other than that... Okay. Roberta Kadama is gonna defect. Igme Mangawang is gonna defect. We got 9,000 Seabills and ammo cost for the Stalker, 60,000 for the Archer, and 127 for the Blackjack. Imisa, hey, how's it going? Are there any plans for the first clan you fight? That really depends on the contract. I was actually looking at that earlier. Now that it's August, there is actually a semi-clan planet over here, Santander 5, that is currently contested between Smoke Jaguar and the Independents. If I'm not mistaken, Clan Wolf is going to be coming down this way. We've got Smoke Jaguar and Ghost Bear coming down this way. And I think Jade Falcon comes in a little further over to the right. So if I had to guess, one of our first clan contracts is either going to be against Smoke Jaguar or Ghost Bear or Wolf. But as far as a plan, no, it's going to be whatever contracts become available. And I might, we'll see, depending on the contracts that are available at the time and the state of the map, I might be trying to add some contracts just to add some variety there. It's a shame that NovaCat comes in later. I like their mechs the most. I can't say I'm entirely familiar with which mechs NovaCat uses. Honestly, the TO&E of most clan units is going to be something that is kind of like a mental blind spot for me, where I don't really have any knowledge of like which mechs use which clans. There's a couple I think that are obvious. Not that I can think of any off the top of my head. Like the clan Ghost Bear uses the Kodiak, I know that. But other than that, I'm pretty ignorant, honestly. Also, I don't know where Nova Cat is going to arrive or when. Is that going to be like over here, or is that going to be more over here? So let me see. Let's check the infirmary first, always. Oh, Roberta Kadama lost her leg. That is unfortunate. Ragib is not willing to defect, and Igme actually is in pretty good shape. Who do we have? Dr. Chocolates. Why are you... I guess we can give the ones with the real bad stuff to her. Cerebral contusion. I think a concussion is not that bad. A broken back we can give her. Severe internal bleeding I think we can give her. Most of this is bruises, lacerations, a concussion. Lost her left leg. We can give that to our elite doctor. Cuts, bruises, sprains. Okay, yeah, Dr. Chocolates, you're gonna get these 4. Maurice, you're gonna give up 4 for Elsa because she's trying to be an elite next, and that's gonna be the 4 with the easiest to treat symptoms, also the most symptoms. Roberta, actually, I want you under Delphine's care. And with Asumi, you're going to Elsa. So lost her right leg, a sign. Bruised kidney, bruised arm, sprain, concussion, sprain, bruise, sprain. Alright. So now the infirmary is sorted out. And Elsa's getting closer and closer to becoming an elite doctor, which is lovely. The Phoenix Hawk is going to be, I think, another 2 days getting the cockpit in. I think we're spending 120 minutes a day on that. The warehouse is fully in order. The hangar, well, I mean, other than the stuff that we've got out on deployment right now, which is Tonga Lance. Yeah, Tonga Lance is the only one out on deployment right now. So we could send Mariana at that enemy base. We could send Galatea to that enemy base. Or we could wait and rest up and send Tonga. I mean, that's not a bad idea either. Do we have ER large lasers? We have 9 ER large lasers. Okay, so that is good news. How about hatchets? Do we have any? I think it's a 7-ton hatchet, 5-ton hatchet. Must be 5-ton, the one we're down to 1 of. What else do we need? Small pulse laser. We don't have any of, I'm sure, because it's on the acquisition list. Send all 3 lances? I mean, we have the support points. We could do that. We'd send all 3. We could send all 4 if we really wanted to. So who goes in first? And who goes in as reinforcements? And do we wait for Tonga Lance? Tugyu just needs to be... No, Tugyu took a little damage. Needs a little reloading. Not severe. So Tonga Lance is actually halfway ready. It's just gonna be the arm and the torso on the archer and the arm on the blackjack. Honestly thought it might be a bit much. Very long mission and all that. I mean, it could be a long mission, depending on. I mean, we don't have a mission yet for that location, so we would have to send someone and then reinforce. And who we send is going to have the biggest impact on what the op for is. So we could send our light lance in and set the op for, and then send our heavier lances in as reinforcements. In which case, we would have to wait longer for the reinforcements to arrive, but when they did, we would just come in and annihilate them. Or we could send one of our heavier lances in initially, which would set the op for at a bit stronger, but then we would have our reinforcements arriving much more quickly because the light lance isn't going to be as slowed down. And our light lance is pretty quick. I mean, the slowest mech there is a three-way tie for 585. So that's relatively quick, especially for 55 and 60 tonners. We could send Mariana first, followed by Galatea and Aleutian. Galatea would be the last ones to the party. We could wait on Tonga Lance, and then send Aleutian Lances back up. I mean, what kind of base is it? Do we know what the terrain is going to be or anything? No, we don't know anything except that there's an enemy base there. I think I'm gonna give Tonga a couple days to get back and get repaired. 80%, that's over 60, so we should have over, well, what's 20% of 60? It should be 12, yeah. So we're actually not far from our total value. Total. Okay, so advancing the day. We've got ammunition arriving, we've got parts arriving, we've got the cockpit on the Phoenix Hawk is going to be another day. And Susan is working on that. We've got the Jenner coming up in 3 days, we've got the Warhammer coming up in like a week. And that's about it for what we've got going on right now. We don't have anything else in the repair bay just yet. The infirmary, someone got healed, so we can send... You've got a lost leg, so you go to Dauphine as well. Severe internal bleeding, we can... No. Okay, severe internal bleeding, you go to Dauphine, and bruises and lacerations, you go to Elsa. Okay. So the repair bay will be done in 1 day, hopefully. We should have people coming back that day, I think, because 3-day period. No, they deployed. Did they deploy yesterday? Or did they deploy on the 31st? I think they deployed yesterday, so we've got another day, I think, before they come back. Yeah, let's go ahead and, yeah, Tonga Lance is still out there. It is now Friday the 3rd. We've got a bunch more ammunition coming in, and armor and parts. We did get the cockpit in the Phoenix Hawk, so that's no longer in the repair bay. The Jenner is going to be 2 more days. The Warhammer is going to be like 5. And we should have... Okay, another patient has become available for Elsa, so she's still at 35%. We'll give her the broken rib. We'll give Delphine the broken back. We've still got another day before Tongalance gets back, and then it'll be Saturday, and then it'll be probably 4 days before Edeborg is able to get all the parts put back on. So we're looking at probably mid next week. Probably like Tuesday, Wednesday kind of time frame. Alright, we've got maintenance on the Atlas Mark III number 2. Quality improves marginally, but that's not bad. Hoser's backup ride improves from C to B. Lots and lots of improvement there. Spider improves from B to A. Easy to maintain for the win. Yeah, that Spider is getting to be showroom condition right there. We've got more armor in, we've got more parts in, we've got the Jenner coming up tomorrow, we've got the Warhammer in like 4 days. And we should have Tongalance back in the repair bay. Of course, Hoser's ride doesn't need any repairs. We've got Rudin is going to be our ammo tech. Reloading the SRMs and the LRMs. That's it for the reloading, it looks like. So we've got the left torso. Edeborg can do that on a 4. It's just going to take her 2.5 days. So we'll get that started. The engine shouldn't be a big deal. That's going to take 200 minutes for an elite tech like Penny. Oh. We do not have a left arm for Ash's Archer. That is definitely a problem. We might have to replace this mech with something else. That I did not anticipate. The Blackjack is also going to need an arm, also an endosteel arm. We'll have Chris do that on a 6 maybe. Hopefully no 2s or 3s. The Stalker is going to be just straight armor. We'll have Penny knock out 3 of those. And Elena can knock out the last one. The Blackjack. That'll be 7 minutes on that. Changing for a new mech really helps the repair times. Yeah. Unfortunately, this is a very custom Archer with all the lasers that is specially suited for her. What else do we have in the 70-ton range? We've got, our original Archer, the Angler with the LRMs. We've got an Archer 2R, we've got an Archer 2K. The Angler has double heat sinks, so at least it can fire all of its lasers and LRMs each turn. And at medium range specialization, those LRMs are actually going to be pretty useful out to 7 to 14 hexes. Where is Ash? I know she's a veteran. Yeah. Range Master medium, weapon specialist medium, laser. Oh, right, I forgot the specialist. Yeah, I definitely want to give her something with medium lasers. That's gonna be probably the Angler then. Go ahead and get that out of mothballs. We'll have not Yasserton. Ratnabala can get that out of mothballs. Yeah, we will assign you to the Angler. We'll remove this one from the TO and E, and we will add this one to the, wait. Oh, right. I forgot, we didn't use the Angler because it was a little bugged. We'll assign you to the Phoenix Hawk, I guess. The Phoenix Hawk has medium lasers, right? I mean, the Phoenix Hawk does have 2 medium lasers. I scrapped the machine guns on this one for another heatsink or 2, but otherwise, it's pretty much. Do we not have a better Phoenix Hawk? Let's go ahead and put the angler back in mothballs, because I don't think we can use it. Technically, that's Bernitta's mech. What else can we use? We've got Crusader Mark III with medium lasers and machine guns. Doesn't have case or anything, just has double heat sinks, which is huge on a Crusader. Have Shoyab? No. The Crusader, we've got the Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt 5S doesn't have double heat sinks. The 4N is currently being used. The Cronuses are claimed. We've got a Griffin Mark II with endosteel and ferrofibrous. It's got an anti-missile system. But otherwise is basically just a Griffin with an extra heat sink. Medium range. I want to give her something with medium lasers, because she's specialized. And she's not that good a shot when she's not using a weapon she's specialized in. 4H is the autocannon 10 variant. The 4SP is the SRM 6 variant, which does have 4 medium lasers, which is not bad. It doesn't have double heat sinks though. Is refitting a Hunchback to the laser back out of the question? No, absolutely not. As a matter of fact, I might have a custom variant of the Hunchback. We'll pull that one out of mothballs. We'll see what I've got as far as the refit kits. The 4SP Mark II, I think I added some medium lasers to. Yeah, and an SRM6. The only thing is, it has double heat sinks, which takes a long time to install. It was the, what, 4Ps, the sway back with the medium lasers. We could do that in about 11 days. We could get started on that. The 4G would take less time. The 4P, yeah, let's go ahead. 11 days is not that long. We'll have. Ooh, what do we have that's a regular mech tech, I think? Oliver Costa or George Valdez. Okay, 11 days we'll have a Hunchback 4P for her. In the meantime, she'll have to make do with the Phoenix Hawk. Yeah, I guess this Phoenix Hawk will have to do. It's not ideal. And the Blackjack is also going to be some time. Let's go ahead and finish up this armor for the Blackjack. We've got 7 minutes on that. We've got 5 minutes on that. We've got 5 minutes on that. And 105 minutes. I will have Halima knock that out. Alright. So the Blackjack should be ready. Seriously, out of double heat sinks. How did that happen? We had like 100 double heat sinks. Oh man. The unit is falling apart right in front of my eyes. We're running out of parts. We need to supply. Oh, Tonga Lance is in rough shape. Uh, 22. That's not enough to fire both ER larges. Unless we just walk or run. And even then, it's not enough to fire them every turn. Those last two heat sinks, man, those are important. Can we pull double heat sinks out of something? Important enough to use bonus part point? Oh, we could. We've got 5 support points. That's enough to reinforce 3 lances and have 2 left over for heat sinks. But honestly, if I'm gonna do that, I think I'd rather get this arm in for the archer. That would only leave us. Well, I could do 1 and 1, and that would leave us enough to reinforce everything. I can have it. Alright, we'll convert 2 support points to bonus parts. We'll go back to the repair bay. We'll do parts acquisition. We'll use a bonus part for the 70-ton left arm. We'll use a bonus part for the double heat sink. I don't like it, but what can you do? Edeborg is already replaced, or is fixing the left torso. We've still got armor to put on Ash's archer. We'll have Fred Modry do a bunch of that. Okay, so then the archer is waiting on its left arm, which is going to be another 3.5 to 3.5 days. The blackjack is going to be for 5.5 days. That said, anything else I want to do here? I'm going to double up on these. Okay, so we just need time for Edeborg to do her thing, unless I trust maybe someone else to do something like that. Okay. So the Phoenix Hawk is a temporary thing for now. The Blackjack should be up and running before too long. It's just gonna take some time. That's all it is. So we're going into Sunday, August 5th. We've got maintenance on the Cronus, which is easy to maintain and is in darn near pristine condition. I see a single B. Everything else is showroom quality. Very nice. Very good work, Penny. The Hetzer quality remains C, trending upwards, which is fine. Left torso on the Archer is going to be another day and a half, or is going to be another half a day. We got the right arm on the Blackjack. We needed a 6, we got a 7. Good deal. We finished mothballing the Archer 2R Mark III. Which one was that? Oh, that was the one with double heat sinks in the LRM-20s. Jenner is complete. Rifleman is in 15 days. Warhammer is in 4 days. Bunch of parts we can't have. We found the Hunchback 4P refit kit. It will arrive in 1 day. Which is what? Just a bunch of medium lasers? I think we should already have that. It's going to be under mech, which is all the parts. Right arm, right torso. Medium laser. How do we only have 4 of those right now? We need like 16 more. Can never have enough medium lasers, even at 20,000 a pop. Alright, so the archer needs its arm put on. I really want to wait for Ediborg to finish with that, or to get started on that. The ER large laser, we can have Fred Modry do that on a 4. The medium laser, we can have B do that on a 4. The armor, we can have Elena do that on a 2. The upper arm actuator, we can have Ratnabala do that on a 5. And 2 double heat sinks are going to go to George. Alright, just 1 double heat sink. Got it. Huh. Alright, so we've got the Blackjack as combat ready as it can be, given that we don't have any more heat sinks. We've got the Archer going to be ready in about 3 days. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. If we don't have a mission pop up tomorrow. Unmaintained units. Oh, the Jenner, of course. The Jenner Mark V. I forgot what this thing looked like. It's got the XL engine, it's got the 711-7 movement profile, 11 double heat sinks, ferrofibrous armor but not endosteel, 4 medium lasers, 2 medium pulses, and a small. So not a bad little scout. I wouldn't mind putting it into, giving it endosteel. What else have we got for the Jenner 7F? Smith? Standard heat sinks. Grace. Standard heat sinks. That's gonna be one for the mech lab. That's gonna be the Mark 6 7F. Mr. McGorilla, hey, how's it going? You didn't miss much. We finished that mission. There was the enemy air superiority came into very much an effect there at the end. They bombed the heck out of our liaison, which on paper was supposed to have failed us the mission, but I GM moded over that. It also took out Ash's right arm, or her left arm, was it? Yeah, left arm into the left torso. So we had to spend bonus points to replace that arm, which kind of sucked. 07F. Let's see if we can go endosteel. That saves us all of 1.5 tons. How many crits does that leave us? Oh, that doesn't leave us any crits at all. Well, that's a bummer. Okay, so we can't do endosteel and ferrofibrous. Which means maybe we want to just mothball it, or save it for when we have a recon lance. Have Anacito do that? Yeah, that'll be done tomorrow. Now we should be able to advance the day. Personnel market updated, because it is Monday. We've got a veteran mech warrior, Jamil bin Mutasim. Do we need a veteran mech warrior? I hate to say it, but other than Tugyu, who has natural aptitude, we're not using any mech warriors. Well, that and Roy Greenfield, who's a 3-5. We're not really in need of any mech warriors, even the veteran kind. If he was elite, I might think about it, but I mean, we've got an elite mech warrior who's not doing anything. So the personnel market's a bust. We got some ammo in, we got some parts in, we got some regular heat sinks in. which is not double heat sinks, which we definitely want. We got the left torso fixed on the Archer. We needed a 4, we got an 8. That should leave us with 360 time left for the left arm. On a 5. We'll get started on that. That'll be done in 2 days. The Warhammer will be done in 3 days. The Hunchback will be done in 10 days. The Rifleman will be done a little longer than that. Bunch of parts we're not allowed to find. A bunch of parts we were able to find. A bunch of medium lasers. And Edeborg is starting on the arm on the Archer. Okay, so the Blackjack just needs a heatsink, which we haven't got. Ash just needs the left arm on her Archer. Where did Ash go? Let's go ahead. We'll put her back in the Archer. The Phoenix Hawk does not have double heat sinks. I would like to do something about that. I'd like at least one Phoenix Hawk with double heat sinks. No, that's not you, that's not you, that's not you. Okay, so this one just saves a couple tons, puts it into armor and small lasers. So yeah, we'll do that. That'll be some time. Not Chris. I do not want Chris doing that. Do we have a regular tech who's not doing anything? So sick. On a 10 plus. Yes. Oh, we're gonna need double heat sinks for that. Maybe we can find double heat sinks in the refit kit. Maybe it's not impossible to find. We need a 5 plus. It's crazy how we're able to find double heat sinks when it comes to refitting our mechs on a 5 plus, but just double heat sinks by themselves are a no-go. But hopefully we can score those. The repair bay. Another 2 days on that left arm. Monday going into Tuesday. We got some ammo, we got some lasers. The left arm is going to be a day. Hunchback is going to be a bit. The Rifleman's going to be a bit. The Warhammer is going to be in 2 days. Bunch of parts we can't have. And the Phoenix Hawk refit kit will be arriving in 5 days. And Giovanna gained an XP for that. Which is almost enough to get her, I think, negotiation 5 plus. Nope, not quite. Enough for an edge, baby. Alright, 1 day on this left arm. Let's do it. We got it. Maintenance on the Marauder 5A. Ooh, that's actually not good. Let's see what we can do about that. First things first, extra maintenance time times 4. And that is Shasa working on that. Shasa was a veteran, and Shasa is now spending more time on that than she technically can. I could give it to Fred Modry. Could give it to Penny. He's only spending 180. Could give it to Tamalika, even though she's well on her way to being an elite tech. Could give it to Guillaume. Yeah, I think that's the move. We're gonna give that to Guillaume so that he can spend all of his time fixing it up and hopefully improving on it. If that doesn't work, we may have to switch over to an elite tech. We got the left arm on the Archer, needed a 5, got the 5 barely. That's why I trust Edeborg and no one else. Anyone else would have not gotten the arm on. She does have an edge. She has 1 edge. Fred Modry does not have edge. Chris has 2 edge. She's saving up for something. Either internal specialist maybe, or engineer. Don't know. The Warhammer will be ready tomorrow. Are we looking on the infirmary? Okay, we've got Elsa down to 17 patients, still at 34 XP. Delphine still at 10 patients, all of whom need intensive care. Maurice doesn't have any more patients. He's run out of patients. We'll have not Shasa, Susan. No, who was it? Tamalika. Tamalika and Loney are next in line to be elites. We'll have Loney do as much as he can. Have Tamalika do the hatchet. That should be 270 minutes, which we've got. Oh, we're gonna need some more actuators too, jeez. That was arm actuators for a 70-tonner. Actuators, we're looking for arm actuate, A-arm. And we're looking for 70-tonners. We're gonna just buy, I think, 4 of each of those. It doesn't want to let me type. Okay. Oh, number lock was off, that's why. We'll do 4 and 4. And then I guess we'll try hand actuators as well. We'll buy 3 of those to get us back up to 4. We've only got 2 60-ton actuators too, I see. Okay, so we got some actuators coming in soon. We've got the Archer and the Blackjack both as fixed as we can make them. It is Wednesday, August 8th, and I think we're ready to attack this hostile comm center. We're gonna start with I think we're gonna start with Galatea Lance. Okay. Don't know how that happened, but I'm gonna fix it. If it means doing it the hard way. So we've got Mariana, Galatea, Tonga, which is now, I guess, 3rd. Wait. Oh. That was Ash in Tonga Lands. Right? Yeah. Alright. So, Tsubasa. Okay. Sorry, I just like them to be sorted by weight as much as possible. So I know Tsubasa actually is a better pilot than Ash, but she's in the heavier mech, so she goes higher. In the meantime, do we have anything needing to be repaired? It doesn't look like. We've got Tonga Lance is going to be our line breaker. I know the Stalker is heavier than a Blackjack, but the Stalker is being piloted by a lieutenant, whereas the Blackjack is being piloted by a captain, and it automatically sorts by rank. You can reorganize them within rank by tonnage if you so choose, but it won't let you, like if I try to put Like if I try to put Hoser at the bottom of the list by adding him back into the Lance, it doesn't put him at the bottom of the Lance. Like it would say, like if I put Ash in the Lance, it'll put her below Tsubasa. If I put Tsubasa in the Lance, it'll put him below Ash, but it won't put either one of them below the Lieutenant, and it won't put Hoser below any of them. That said, I do want to train up Tugyu, because he does have that natural aptitude, which is nice. Okay, so we've got Tonga Lance initiating combat at the hostile comm center. Natural aptitude gunnery is amazing. You don't get to see it in action, you just get to see the results. You don't get to see like, oh, a 2, a 3, and a 4 were rolled, so we're taking the 3 and the 4. You just notice that you'll be getting a 7 instead of a 5. So it's kind of hard to keep track of, and honestly, I'm not sure how much I trust the random number generator in this program. I feel like it's probably trustworthy, but it doesn't always feel that way. But yeah, natural aptitude gunnery should be great, especially once you get into like the veteran or elite pilots where you're only needing like 6s to 8s to hit most of the time, instead of that like 8 to 10 range. Well, I mean, I guess it's probably most effective in that 9 to 10 range, where you need 2 high rolls to get it. You drop the low one and you get another high one, you get the hit. I don't know. The odds on that get really complicated really fast, and I don't know that much math. So Tonga Lance is going in. Mariana Lance is going in. And I think Aleutian Lance is going in. Yeah, we're going to steamroller that hostile comm center. I want to save 1 support point in case we need to like replace an engine or something, or a gyro that we can't get a hold of for whatever reason. But yeah, 3 lances should be more than enough. Prevent evac, town concrete. Battle date is the 10th. What are we looking at for Op 4? Allied forces, we've got a lance worth of tanks and an assassin, which I was about to call a light mech because honestly that's not that far off. Enemy base turrets, we've got a quad LRM-20 turret, we've got a dual LRM-15 turret, a triple LRM-10 turret, a triple autocannon 5 turret, and a quad medium laser turret. That is quite a lot of turrets that we're up against. Primary op fort, 10k, 10.5k. We've got a Jolson, a vedette, a rifleman with a vedette, or with a veteran pilot. We've got a vedette autocannon 2 variant with a pretty good shot at the helm. We've got another vedette with an AC2 with a decent shot. We've got a 3-3 and a bulldog. We've got a 3-4 and a vedette, 3-4 and an enforcer, and a 3-6 and a griffin. We've got mech reinforcements. We've got tank reinforcements, all allied. We've got enemy Op 4 aircraft. We've got 2 strike fighter defenders. We've got a mech buster, a 3rd defender, a 4th defender, and a guardian fighter. Evacuating units. Those are going to be our targets. ERPPC LR. Oh, is it really? Oh, the Griffin 3M. Yes, with the ERPPC and the LRM-20, and I assume double heat sinks? Yes, double heat sinks. Okay. So I was actually seriously considering fielding one of those not too long ago. Yeah, an PPC, an ERPPC, and an LRM-20 with double heat sinks. That's a nice combo. That is 30 points of damage at extreme range every turn. Almost every turn, because that's 21 heat, 20 heat sinks. But still, you know, it's pretty impressive for a 55 tonner. So let's see. We've got Town Concrete, Dawn Dusk, Clear Calm Weather. Most expensive Succession Wars battle ever. Yeah, I mean, we've got our 4 mechs arriving on turn 1. We've got Mariana and Aleutian Lance, both with a bunch of double heat sinks, a bunch with some fairly heavy tech. The only thing is, I really am going to have to watch out for the LBX ammunition. We've got 5 shots of cluster ammo left to last us the next, like, 2.5 months. So we're going to have to really watch that. We've only got 20 shots of the LBX autocannon ammo, which, again, is going to have to last us until November 6th, and we're only at August 8th. So that's August, September, October, November. 3 more months those 5 shots have to last us. And we've got more than one mech, I think, that uses the LB-10X. We've got, let's see, we've got the Wolverine 6R uses an LBX. We've got the Orion uses an LBX. The Atlas uses an LBX, I believe. Yeah, we downgraded the 20 to an LBX. The Banshee uses an LBX. The Goliath uses an LBX. So yeah, we're gonna be really hurting for LBX ammo for the next 3 months. Unless we can finish up this campaign real quick like. Can those campaign bonus points be used for LBX ammo resupply? Technically, yes. However, we are down to our last support point. Now, we do have 6 victory points that we could convert into support points. I didn't think about that until just now. But, yeah, each one of those points becomes 10 shots. So it's not super efficient. Now, if I could convert one of those points into, like, 10 tons of ammo, I would absolutely do that in a heartbeat. But 1 ton of ammo per point, I'm just going to have to conserve. I might eventually use some of them, but I'm not going to do that right now. In the meantime, that battle is going to be on the 10th, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, the 10th. And that is going to be quite the large battle. So we have advanced to the 9th. We've got the Warhammer 8ML DHS Mark III refit, which... how does that compare to the DHS? Oh, that's an exact copy of the DHS Mark III. Which has the XL engine, the double heat sinks, and the endo steel. I was planning on putting, I think, an anti-missile system in it. I'm not sure if I remember exactly what I was going to do with that, but for right now, it's got 8 medium lasers and 7 small lasers, which makes it hugely effective at short range. So that's the 9th. We've got the Warhammer finished, which means actually we're going to have to mothball that. We'll have Ratnabala do that. A bunch of parts we can't find. A bunch of parts we can find. Lower arm actuator, upper arm actuator. Hand actuators, 70 and 60 tons. Warhammer will be mothballed tomorrow, at the same time as that mission will be popping off. So let's go ahead. We will advance the day again. Command Center hostile prevent evac is today. Deploy a force. Done and done. Maintenance on the Thumper. No change. Maintenance on the Vedette. No change. Maintenance on the Saracen. No change. And maintenance on the Stalker. Trending nicely upwards. Very good. We've got some actuators arriving. We've got the Hunchback refit kit done in 6 days. We've got the Rifleman done in 10 days. The Warhammer is mothballed. So going into the briefing room. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, so let's sort by battle value. Okay, so we've got some people deploying on round 4, some people deploying on round 9, some people deploying at the start of the mission. Everyone's deploying in this. Wait. Our initial squad is deploying any? Oh, that's ridiculous. That can't be right. Oh my god, the battle value. 27,000 points. Yeah, that is 3/4 of our mech forces. 27,000 versus 10,000. Yeah, this is going to be super one-sided. Yeah, we'll configure, we'll deploy at the south. Wait, who else is deploying at the edge? Oh, our Free Vassal Hog Republic allied mech reinforcements and tank reinforcements are deploying on the edges. Okay, so let's see what kind of map we're looking at. How many rerolls do we have? We've got 2 rerolls. First thing I want to do is make it not dusk dawn. So that's gonna be pure daylight. Okay. And I think I want to cut down on maybe some of the, or no. What I want to do is I want to increase the number of woods. That'll give us a little bit of cover as we approach the city. Not a lot, apparently, and it's still mostly pavement. It's a lot of pavement with no buildings in it, if you ask me. Wish I could make the town in the center a little smaller. I'd definitely use a reroll for that. But so yeah, let's see. Round 9 should be round 8, considering we have a point of strategy on our Lance Commander. Configure before round 8. Okay. And then the Cronus, the Quick Draw, the Wolverine, and the Spider. The slowest among them has a speed of 7. Plus 1 for strategy is 8, from 12 is 4. So those are already correct. Everyone's got their SPAs. Patty Von and Uden has Edge and nothing else. Seriously? He's a 3/4. He should have some kind of special ability. We'll sort that out though. I saw a 1-2. Oh, a machine gun turret with a 1-2 with an SPA. Gunnery specialization, natural aptitude gunnery, and sensor geek. That is about wasted in a machine gun turret. Oh, we've got a 1-2 in an LRM-15 turret as well. He's got natural aptitude gunnery and piloting, as well as oblique attacker. We've got an LRM-10 turret with a piloting or a gunnery 1 pilot with natural aptitude gunnery. No, I'm not gonna allow 3 of them with gunnery 1 to have natural aptitude. That's not gonna work for me. If I can figure pilot. Okay, it's not gonna let me. Okay, so I guess we're stuck with natural aptitude gunnery on 30, 50. on 50 LRMs with Gunnery 1. That's gonna hurt, I think. Exactly what I said. But given that it is 8 o'clock right now, I will have to remember to change the time of day and the number of woods. Not that I think it makes a huge difference. But in the meantime, let me go ahead and save it here. Don't forget to like, comment, follow, subscribe, join the community. If you're new here, my link to the Discord is in my bio. And if you're not new here, well, we hope to catch you next week. Have a good one. Thanks for joining me. I always appreciate it. You guys are always welcome here, and I hope you always feel that way. And we will catch you next week if I don't see the annihilation. Indeed. Alright, well, have a good afternoon, evening, morning, whatever it is you're having. Have a good weekend and have a good week next week, and we'll see you next Thursday.